Yo, I'm gonna make another Hearthstone video for a deck profile, and it's gonna be of my Druid deck. I kind of just launched from like 10 to 7 today, mainly playing Druid, a little bit of my Shaman deck. But so yeah, I'll show you the Druid deck today. It's kind of standard. I built the deck before the first, for one of the, I think it was first in NA. Um, Legendary posted his deck, so we'll start with 0. Innervate, obviously, 2 of those. Let's see you do crazy plays. 1 Claw. I like Claw in the deck just because it can add damage when you go all out with Savage Roar. And it's a 1 mana coin for Violet Teacher. 2 Argent Squire. She usually sits on the board. She puts some damage down. You can buff her with Power of the Wild if you want. And a 2/2, if she still has her Divine Shield, is really solid. She's a good 1-drop. 2 Power of the Wild. Sometimes you want to go the 3/2 Panther when it's your only drop and you're playing against certain decks where your board control is important. But it's really nice if you have a field of a couple tokens from Violet Teacher and playing Power of the Wild, and the token from Violet Teacher spawns before it gets the +1, before the +1 is distributed, so you get an extra token of +1 when you play it, which is good. 2 Wrath, pretty standard for any Druid deck. It's good removal, really good removal with Blood Mage Stylus, 4 damage or 2 damage in a draw. 1 Loot Hoarder, it's just a good low drop draw card. 1-for-1 draw. Can be helpful late game. It's nice if you boost it with Power of the Wild, it's a free 2. But otherwise, it's just kind of there as an early game drop. 2 Savage Roar, kind of the kill pressure. I personally, I'll play Savage Roar as long as I get 3 attacks off it. Because being able to play Savage Roar and the Force of Nature, you usually only get an additional 3 people off of it for the attack. So I believe that if I have at least 3 people on board, whether it's like 1/1 tokens, it doesn't matter. It's worth it to play Savage Roar, in my opinion. 2 Harvest Golem, it's good. He's always on the board. Something's always on the board, which is good for the deck for Savage Roar. 1 Imp Master. Sometimes you can go Innervate Imp Master turn 1 if they don't have an answer to it. You just get a bunch of tokens and some free damage down. Sometimes it can result in some Savage Roar plays. 2 Swipe, obvious removal for Druid. 1 Defender of Argus, it's nice to be able to pump tokens up to 2/2, and it's good defense against some rush decks. 2 Keeper of the Grove, pretty standard for Druid. 2 damage or a silence can be really important. Silencing stuff till I get through it too, like silencing taunt guys. A Leroy because Rush, and being able to drop Leroy in a Savage Roar is technically 10 damage because it gives you hero power. So it's a 7 mana, 10 damage combo. 2 Violet Teacher because she makes tokens. I think her stats are pretty decent for her turn, and she makes tokens pretty much. 2 Druid of the Claw. Oftentimes I choose Charge against most decks, but if I know I'm playing against like Zoo or Animal Rush, I'll just pick the taunt because it'll make them drop out to their taunt, whether it's an Ironbeak Owl. Which, if it's an Ironbeak Owl, I just basically gain 2 health from the Druid of the Claw, but I mean, I make them waste it out, and if I drop another taunt, they can get boned. Like if I drop Defender of Argus on some people. 2 Force of Nature. This kind of differs, from my opinion, from the one that got Legendary 1, rank 1 in North America. He played 1 Force of Nature and 1 Cenarius. I dusted my Cenarius specifically to get my last Force of Nature, because I simply don't see a play where you'd rather drop a 9 mana dude rather than having Force of Nature. Force of Nature is a free 6 damage onto them if you don't have any combos, and it can help clear board. Like Cenarius dropping the 2/2s, like it's alright. It can guarantee a 5 attack from the Cenarius coming through, but it's just not worth 9 mana. I want to win before Cenarius drops down. Like Cenarius is good if you have board control and you can get boost everyone, but like other than that, it's just not very good. And then 2 Ancient of Lore. Sometimes the healing's necessary against rush decks, otherwise it's draw 2 to get into a Savage Roar pretty much. That's kind of your win condition. Savage Roar Force of Nature is helpful, but like as long as you draw Savage Roar with 1 or 2 people on board, you usually can flood a win with that. So that's a deck that I've been running for a while, token Druid Rush. Comment if you have any suggestions or opinions of the deck, and let me know. Thanks. Bye.